Okay, this will be the reading for Gemini here. Forgive me, I'm distracted by all the things I have to do in the background. Uh, so this is for Gemini. We're going into the love and romance areas here. Okay, so I'm just going to get into it. I have some announcements about readings. If you're interested in getting a reading from me, listen up at the end there. I'll give you some tips in the future here. I'll be making my rounds, so you might be able to make an appointment here if you live in Saskatchewan, Canada. Okay, here we go. First card for Gemini. I'm nervous. I don't know why. Treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. I feel like there's a lot of weight here on that. It's maybe some family that we're feeling very sentimental about at this time. Appreciative of. I feel it. There's people that are still here. Like sometimes when we think of sentimental, we think of people that have passed. But the sense that I'm getting here is we have people in our life here that are coming toward us in a very pure and honest energy. And I feel like, the energy is kind of making you aware of that is, yeah, this is good that we're taking time to do this with the people that we aren't. And if we aren't, that we should take the time to do that. To people that we trust, right? We have a mother and child here. And it looks like, I don't know if she's like, if that's her hair, Rapunzel. You can see there, she's like stroking her hair or something here. And it's hard to tell, but just taking moments, right, to slow everything down and appreciate another person for all they're worth, that kind of thing. This is highlighted, Gemini, for you. So we'll get into the cards here. My cards are in here along with the romance card. So the first card we get is Diamond in the Rough. We may be dealing with someone here in a romantic kind of way. They got a lot of corners to, how would I say, to smooth out in the romance direction. Like we found someone here or we're with someone that's got a lot of work that needs to be done, is the sense I'm getting. Next card is 21. In the romance card, the 21 is about the weight of the world being upon us. So we may have a relationship here where we are feeling the weight of the world. What's the word? Responsibilities upon us are high here at this time. And the sense is that because of this, there's a, it's having its toll on the relationship. Okay. Um, and there's a lot of, and not only that, in a normal relationship that's healed, but we may have some healing to do within ourselves or the partnership that is adding to the stress of this. They're saying falling apart. Things are just falling apart here. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot going on for the Gemini, and there's a lot that needs to be healed here. Now the why am I blanking out? The geometry card we get is the Taurus field. Yeah. Talking about revolution and refreshment. So I'll explain the Taurus field. When I made this deck, see if you can see that. It's kind of like this graphic that it's a well, it's a Taurus field, and it revolves and it refreshes and it reboots things. Um, I always envision this as coming from the heart. And I feel like that's what needs to happen here is our heart needs to be refreshed. I feel like the diamond in the rough here is talking about the energy of our self healing. And I feel like we can't get renewed, refreshed energy or like, because they're showing the revolution and they're going, stop, it stopped. Why? Because we have not dealt with our own inner healing of our own, right? So we can't refresh new energy if ours is stuck and stagnant. This is what I'm getting. And not only that, we've got burdens outside of ourselves upon us, work, life, home, all of these things. There's a lot of things that need fixing. We want a refreshment, but we don't know how to go about doing it. And the sense they're telling me here is we got to look at us first and refresh us. Then we can go outward and start fixing other things like the partner in the relationship or whatever. And also, once we get that refreshing revolution heart going, pumping, they said, because it's really just stopped. Our heart is stopped, meaning there's no compassion flow back or forth. We're stopping the flow outward. This cannot work if we stop the flow. This cannot revolve, right? So this is the whole deal here. Why are we stopping? Go there and deal with that. And again, you feel to heal, right? You got to feel emotions. If you haven't felt emotions in a long time and understood why you're feeling them, this, we're not going to get anywhere here. So diamond in the rough, I feel like there's, first of all, for the Gemini, there's a lot of work that needs to be done and chipping away at ourselves and our own healing and our own refreshment to be able to go outward to others. And then yeah, there's a lot of weight on this Gemini is what I feel here, in the romance area and in life in general, and burdensome things. Okay, next. First card, we have 31, celebration. Well, that's light and airy, so that's not heavy no more. So when we're talking about the celebration card here, obviously getting together with friends that we enjoy being with, having a good time. This is either what we're thinking about or is going to come up an opportunity for this in our future here in the near future. Let's go one step further here. We have the 9, the Hermit card. This man is focusing on this picture of this woman. You can see that his camera's not the greatest. Fond memories, right? Nostalgia almost. Um, it's like we may be, well, they said pining for someone. Um, we may be wanting to create a celebration to mingle with this person or make things happen in that way. Give me a minute here. I'm getting a weird feeling from this card. I'm getting like super up vibe. Everything from here is all good. Super high vibe. Mingling, happy, people I want to be with. And here I get a very isolated feeling, a very lonely feeling, and the opposite of this, really. So either we're dreaming about this or trying to make something happen, but maybe feeling isolated at this time, which makes sense, right? With everything that's going on. So there's something about that there. Now the geometry card, ooh, we have 8 infinity. That's interesting because 8 infinity, that's the last card of my geometry deck. And it's like the kind of like akin to the sun. It's the highest vibe card in the deck. Not only is it about wishes and dreams being fulfilled, but it's about the happiness that it can bring. So these two cards are highly, highly connected, but we have someone here that's kind of stuck in between their dreams. I feel like they're stuck in a place where the dreams aren't happening. And it may be because you're energetically stuck on healing. If you refuse to heal, you will be stuck and blocked from going forward. So we really do have to look at ourselves, look inside, and we got to feel our emotions. We got to heal from anything that we have lingering. If there's somewhere that you think, well, I need healing from, or I don't want to feel pain, that's really where you have to go charging into. Um, and this is one step closer to solving here, because there's a heart center here that's just not allowed to get fresh air. very much like the Capricorn reading. It's like we're not getting fresh air. We got nothing for growth here because we're focusing on everything outside, but if we don't heal our inside, okay, got the point. So the infinity is really about good things to come, a positive good luck charm. It's all here, celebrations, like it's like it's possible, but where this person at right now, they don't feel it's possible. But there's something here about feelings for someone they want to get together with, but it's having a hard time being illuminated. And the sense I'm getting is that the root cause is we have not healed from some heartbreak here, and this might be a twinning because the universe just will not let you go until you know you got a good hold on this, because these twin um how do you say, these twin relationships are really heavy when it comes to, and if we're in the process of getting together with one of these, they just won't let you go until you're ready to have good footing here. And if we don't have good footing, we got to figure out why we don't have good footing and work on that. Okay, next, back to school lessons. So this is right, put your thinking cap on. I think the Gemini has been doing some thinking about what they want. But in actuality, in 3D life here, there's things missing. There's pieces missing in order to attain it. There's some lessons that need to be learned here, is the sense. So that could be a block as well. That could absolutely be a block. We need to attain some life lessons here in order to gain with the partner that we deem we want. Yeah, that could be the block itself. The universe just will not let you pass until these lessons are learned. And then once they're learned, then things will go smoother on the other end. This is what I'm getting. So we get the moon card here. 18 in the romance deck, right? They're out in Paris and snuggling, and there's like a puppy that's kind of weird, but I think it's about affection and compassion, towards another, gentle, loving energy. Gentle, loving energy. They said just sit in that. Because the sense here is that's what we've got to learn to utilize, is gentle, loving energy. We may have a problem here in how we deal with our partners. Somehow we're lessened in that way, having to do with being compassionate with a partner. The geometry card. We have silver and gold. Health, vision, and mirrors. So that leads me to a twinning as well, or a mirror soul, right? Someone who really we see someone outside of ourselves as highly relatable, right? This person is just like me, only different. The mirror image. We may have health issues at this time, kind of signaling as well. Um, where we need work. Now, as mentioned, the heart quite highly. Uh, we may have to be careful around our heart, not only in an emotional way, but in a physical way. Are we healthy in the heart? Gold is about wealth and worship and purity. I feel like that's what's going on here. We're trying to find pure love in a partner, and we may have an object of that here. And there's good vibes around that energy, but there's lessons here that need to be learned in order. And look at this spiral, right? We're spiraling. Which way are we spiraling, down or up? Because this could go either way. I mean, health and wealth, right? Are we doing good in these areas? Because a lot of times when you're not listening to your instinct or not tapping into things in the proper way, our wealth and health can be highly affected. um I really see health as the last frontier. I feel Like when the body is giving you so many signals, your instinct has come down the pipe so many times and we're not listening, that's when we start to when our health starts to decline, because that's where it starts storing all that stuff in those places to let you know, okay, this is it, right? I feel like this person may be coming down with some health issues that are kind of, you may have to look into Louise Hay's book, How to Heal Your Life. There's real key root um, things in there. She gives you a what is it, like a whole of any physical manifestation that comes in the body, like trying to think here. Any kind of sickness, like cold, there's a meaning. There's an emotional meaning, like what's going on in your life. That she figured it all out, right? This is part of her life path. She did that. She's not here with us anymore, but her work will be utilized, I feel, for time to come. But um I feel health is starting to come onto this person. It's starting to show in this area, and they're going, it's very drastic because we're just not listening to our instinct. Okay. So that is that. There's a lesson that needs to be learned here. Now, either we're refusing to learn it or refusing to listen to our instinct or refusing to get help with ourselves before, we have a an area or direction or a love that we want to go to, and we might be in our head thinking up scenarios or whatever, and the infinity card here signifies that it's possible. It's really possible to get it, but there's lessons and a shining up of the diamond that needs to happen before this. And there may be some obstacles in the way in the physical realm here, trying to get us in the right way, like getting all our ducks in a row life wise. And also, there's some lessons here having to deal with partnership. If you're a masculine, I get a masculine here, but if you're masculine, you may have to soften your energy somewhat. Again, this all has to do with healing. If we are not healed from past relationships that we've been wrong, and we bring all that bitterness right forth in a new relationship, this all makes sense, right? It's not going to work. And that's the universe going, it ain't going to work in the energy you're coming in. You heal yourself, then you go. Then you have a higher capacity for compassion for your partner. You have a higher capacity to deal with obstacles that you may have dealt with in the past, but now you can deal with them with a fresh energy. This Taurus field wants to open right up and start revoluting, making revolutions to refresh your field. But if we don't heal our field, it's just going to be shit that it's spitting out. And this, we've had this for how long? We got to listen to it now, is the sense they're giving me. Okay. Kind of like, you listen up, Gemini. Okay, so treasure the ones you love. Like, I feel like there is something here in the heart that we do treasure. We can't get to it because we're not healed properly, and there may be some lessons still that we need to learn in order to get close to that person to smooth out our corners. Okay, so the animal card that we get for the sacred abyss, learning, yes, right? Learning lessons. This is the bird, right? Opening the door. Our perception of our world is, we're in our head and our logic. We're trying to make logic sense of this. And it's our heart that is really bleeding here. So we need to heal the heart. And once we do that, then we can open it back up again. But until we heal it, we can't open it. This is what's happening. They're going, we're not letting you go. It's like they're holding back. They're holding back the rein. We're not letting you go until you heal that heart. Because if you go before you're healed, you're going to mess this up. And you want this. So we want you to have it for a long period of time. So you got to heal first. And it's not like, I promise I will once I get there. It's like, no, we're not letting you go. This is what's happening. So there's a lesson here. We may have some karma to work out as well. We may have some lessons coming down and some rough edges to smooth over so that we can gain a partnership in the right, compassionate way. The dragon card, where's our power sit? Fire and water. What are we on? We're on air. Give me a moment here. You want me to look into these elements? Water, right? Water and air makes bubbles. It's like effervescent. And then fire and air work off each other. They can refresh, right? Because they feed each other. And the water can put it out. Okay. So anyway, a fire and water dragon enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected and have fun. This has got a lot of energy here. Ah, yeah, we're stuck. They're going, we're stuck in the mud up to our neck. This is really what I'm getting from universal energies. I feel like there's going to be someone here with, like, if we're stuck in quicksand up to our neck, there's like a chopper waiting to kind of bring the hook down. It's coming, is what I get. A lifeline. Yeah. And it's going to be here again, attached to your instinct highly. So if we refuse our instinct, which we've been doing very well up to now, we really got to look at things differently. Um, our logic is very clear to us. This makes sense or it doesn't make sense, throw it out. But we got to go deeper inside here. The heart is more closely connected to the instinct. So if we go into our heart, we can see more clearly where that instinct sits. But if we bring ourselves back out into our logic, we lose track of the instinct. It's the all the advice I can give you right now to try and gain more is to come into your compassion, and the instinct will rise up a little more into your field here. Fire and water dragon will help the flow. Things flow better because I feel like this person's just chopping into areas. It's just not getting through. Just everything's being blocked. And it is because we are focusing on other people, other things outside of us and not ourselves. So um, we need to look interior and heal ourselves. We have some lessons to figure out. Treasure your loved ones. Keep that in, just like the hand that's holding, right? They're going, keep that in our heart until we heal. And then, we can be released from this. But there's good energy here of things that we want. I feel like this is kind of our daydreams, like what we wish to happen. And the infinity is really a grounded luck charm that says you can have it, but at this point there's some things in the way and it has to do with our self-healing, period. So Gemini, some self-healing, and we'll get to where we want to go here, whether it's a partner or someone that we love dearly, getting closer to them. And the instinct here is telling me we got to work on softening our edges so that we can, this person or partner that we may be interested in is very sensitive, so we want to make sure that we don't turn them off instead of turning them on when our instinct, because there's some things that we got to iron out here. I get that highly to say that again. Alrighty, so that's the reading for Gemini. Okay, my announcements. I will be doing readings in the area of Southeast Saskatchewan. So if you're in this area or whatnot, I will be giving you, within the next few readings here, we're giving you websites to go to. Soul Harbor, we're going to be making an appointment there to do a day of readings for anybody who wishes to have them. And then I'll have contact info where you can make the appointment. I think I'm going to have you guys book with me, and then I'll just figure out how many I could have per day. If it goes well, I'll set up more days. At this point, all I can commit to is one day a month, and then I'll try and get one day of free readings on my what do you call that, on my web page here, like blanking out, on YouTube. I'll try and get my live readings out there as well, so people can do it there, or they can come in and whatnot. So that will be coming up soon here. Again, keep your eye on the communities tab. attached to my YouTube page. That's where all the info is going to be. My MeWe's kind of filtering out. It's not much I can do there. I get blocked. You really do have to pay, which is fine. But I'm just not in a mode now where I can put too many sources outward. So yeah, so take care, guys. I'm going to be doing all afternoon here, finishing off the top ups for the love reading. So stay tuned. Okay. Talk to you in a bit. Now I got to log out of here. End.